In our previous tutorial, we went through the steps of giving the outlines of this picture we're having over here. So this tutorial will be about drawing the eyelashes, the eyebrow, then the mouth, like the lines, the outlines for the lips. Okay, so whilst our layer is being selected, we go for the brush you used, okay, the felt pen brush, and we decrease it a little to 1.5. okay, so we go for our regular guides. Okay, so we go for the guides. Just take your time and measure it, give out the line. Okay, so you can see what I'm doing. So just follow me with what I'm doing, and you see that there's no difficulties in doing this. Okay, so we wipe out these sides. Now when you are done sketching the lips, okay, you can see that the edges over here are looking a little bit sharp. So what we need to do is go for the soft eraser brush. Okay, we reduce the brush a little bit, then we brush across it. You can see what to be giving us. Oh, sorry for the interruptions. So you can see what it gave me. Okay, you can see what it gave me. So just brush across it to give it a little bit softness, or to look as if it has faded. It makes it look as if it has faded. So you can see so you go for the asphalt brush again, and we do the same thing for the down here. You can see so we are going for these sides. So we're drawing the teeth. Okay, so we reduce the brush a little bit again to 1.1. You can see what I'm doing. Then we brush this side off. So you can see what we are gradually achieving. So we go for the eye. So in order to get the round dot, in the eye itself, we go to the guys, then we select the ellipse one. Okay, then we try to adjust it a little. And see what I'm doing. When you are done, create a new layer for it, then you drag across it, go round about. So the same way we're doing for this too. Take your hard razor, then wipe out where we do not need. So you can see what we are achieving. Go for our guide again, go for the curve. Create a new layer for the holes you are going to create. Consider doing something over here, so just create a new layer for that. Then you take your soft eraser brush, brush across it, reduce the opacity a little bit, the amount erased. You can see what I'm doing. So I'll meet you in the part 3 again on what to do next. Okay, have a nice day. New sketch. Okay, so we are drawing the eyelashes in the picture over here. Okay, so with this we'll be going for the legacy pen. Okay, legacy pencil. Let me just take it that way. So reduce the brush a little. Yeah, I think this is okay. So create a new layer for that. Note, in everything you do, like drawing layers, I said layers, what's the name? Eyelashes. You always create a new layer before starting them. Okay, so this is how we'll go about the eyelash. You can see what I'm doing. Just take your time. You can see. So we are following the pic. What is in the picture is what we are doing. Do not go creating what you want on your own. Try that way, you end up creating something else. So just go by what you see. What you see is what we are drawing. So take your time. You can see what I'm doing. You can see. You can see what we just did. So when done, just take your soft eraser brush once again. We are going to smooth the edges. So just make it look real a little bit. Just make it look real. Then when done, go back for the traditional let me just say pencil again. Let's go for a pencil. And then we are going to give a little dotted lines over here. And see. And see what I'm doing. So after this, we go for the eyebrows. Create a new layer for the eyebrow also. So see what I'm doing. Everyone has his or her own way on how they sketch the eyebrow. Okay, so this is how we're going about it. see what I'm doing. You see we have achieved something over here. Okay, and see what we have achieved over here. So we're going for the eye also too. So create a new layer for that also. Then we go for an ink pen. Reduce the size a little bit. You can see what I'm doing. Just take your time. Results we are achieving. You can see for yourself. We are gradually getting something very nice over here. So we go to our layer over here, the one we just selected, this where we were drawing the outlines. Then I think we need to work on this here. We need to work on it here. So see what I'm doing. Okay, so here we are. We are almost there. Okay, so what we need to do now is to apply the color to the face. Okay, so we'll pick a color from the skin over here. I think this is okay. Then create a new layer. And then take your ink pen, then color around the picture. So this is a skin color we are using. You can see what we are achieving. So just make sure you color around. Just color around it. And then when done, take your hard eraser and then wipe out these sides because we don't need them. So wipe it out. So I'll be meeting you in our next tutorial on smudging. That's why I think most of you are having the problems. So I'll be taking you on how to smudge to make the skin look very soft, make it look like an art. Okay, so thanks for watching my tutorial. Kindly like and subscribe. We are back on our tutorial once again. So we need to get the eye, need to color the eye, make it look real. Okay, so we will hide the skin layer for now. then create a new layer. Okay, so we select color from the eye. I think this is okay. Then reduce the brush a little bit, sketch, make the color be within the eye shape. Okay, don't let it go out of the shape we are seeing over here. Okay, so let the color be within what we are seeing. You can see what I'm doing. So let it be within it. Let it be within. You can see what I just did. Then when you are done, create a new layer and then make it black, or let it come down a little. I think this is okay. Then do the same thing. Okay, do the same thing. Let it cover the white. You can see what I'm doing. You can see what I'm doing. So let it cover the white. Just take your time. Don't let it go out of the shape. Okay, because if you don't do it that way, you will finally find out that what you are doing, the eye doesn't correspond with the original picture we are working on. So you can see. So on our black eye that we created, okay, select your soft eraser brush, increase it a little bit. Let the amount erase be 30, or just click on it, go to settings, then the amount erase should just be 30. Okay, then wipe the middle this way. You can see what I'm doing. You can see what I'm doing. Just wipe. Just wipe. You can see. You can see what we are achieving over here. So just wipe. So when done, okay, when done, create a new layer again. Then go for this brush, this flow air brush. Make the color white. Okay, make the color white. Then decrease the brush. So on the new layer we created, just use it to wipe across the edges. So that'll give you some white light around the eye. Okay, just wipe across it. Just wipe around. You can see what I'm doing. And when doing that, make sure what you are working on is behind this eye. Okay, it's behind this, else if it's on top, so that to just overlap the black eyeball, and that will start damaging your work for you. So now we need to make it more realistic. So go back to where the eyeball is, create a new layer on top of it, then select a brownish color. Okay, a brown color, say this is okay. I think, yeah, this is okay. So increase it a little bit, then drag across. You can see what I'm doing. drag across. When done, take your soft eraser brush and then gently you can see what I did. Just you can see. So you can see what we have achieved. Okay, you can see what we have achieved. So now it's now time for the smudging, but I think I need to do that in the next tutorial because we need to work perfectly on the eye. Okay, need to work perfectly on the eye. So go for legacy pen, then select white. Okay, create a new layer on top of what you just did, then reduce the brush size to 0.5, then give it some white strokes. You can see what I'm doing. Give it some white strokes. You can see what I just did. So I'll meet you in the next tutorial on how we do the smudge paint. Okay, thanks. We do the smudge painting. Okay, so for the color we selected, the color we used to paint the skin, we are bringing it back. Okay, we are bringing it back. So this is what we are going to do. You see the color scheme we selected. Click, just press on it once again, and then you see that at where the blending panel is, just click on it and then select color. So you can see what we just achieved over here. Okay, you can see what we achieved. So go back to where we selected the skin color, then reduce the opacity a little bit. I think this is okay. Yeah, so now it's time for smudge paint. Okay, so select the original layer, I mean the skin itself, the picture itself, select it, then go to the brush panels and select this brush. Normally it is found within these brushes over here, but I dragged it to the top, and I'll be showing you, making a tutorial on how you do that. Okay, so now we need to make an adjustment. So go to your settings, then make the strength 5, and then the flow also to make it what, make it 5. Okay, then you zoom into the picture. Whilst the original picture has been selected, zoom into it, and then we smudge. You can see what I'm doing. Just smudge across it. You can see. So increase the brush a little bit. Smudge this side also too. You can see what I'm doing. Smudge across it. Just take your time and smudge. You smudge the way you see the picture. Don't go about doing something on your own, because smudging, when you try using another way doing this smudge paint, you see that you end up doing something else. So you can see how this place is. Okay, so that's how we go. So we go according to the way the picture is being portrayed. Okay, so you see, that's how we do it. We go the way the picture is being portrayed. Don't go about doing your own thing. Try it, you end up getting what you never expected, which means you have to restart the work again. Can see what I just did. Can see. So just take your time. Can see that the skin goes this way, so you go that way. Don't go about doing what you like. So if you try it, you end up damaging everything. You need to restart from scratch. So you can see what I'm doing. You can see what I'm doing. Do not rush, okay? Do not rush in doing this. Just take your time. You can see what I'm doing. Just make sure the skin is smooth. Okay, we want a smooth skin. So we decrease the brush a little. Then we do the smudging for this side also too. So that's how we go about it. Okay, this is how we go about it. You can see. The smudging alone takes time. Okay, the smudging takes time, so just relax and then do this. Do not rush, because if you rush, you're actually going to crash. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm going this way because that's how it goes. Don't go about doing something else. You can see what I'm doing. Don't go about doing something on your own, because if you try it, you end up damaging the work. Just follow what I'm doing. Okay, just take your time and do what I'm also doing over here. You can see. So increase the brush a little bit to wipe. You can see what I just did. So just take your time, decrease the brush again. Just go the way you see the picture. Don't go about doing anything that pleases you, because you end up damaging this work. So just take your time and work on it. It requires more time to master this. So your frequent practice will generate you with a good result. Okay, so reduce the brush a little bit and then we smudge. You can see what I'm doing. Just make the skin look smooth. You can see what we have achieved. So you see what we have achieved. Okay, so we smudge the lips also too. For the down part, we're sketching it this way. Just take your time. So we smudge the teeth also too. So we always know that it is white. So go back to where we selected the color over here, then create a new layer. Okay, then we select a white color. Take your first pen, select a white color, decrease it a little bit, then go back to the newly created layer we did over here, and then let your blending color should be selected as scarlet. Then you can see what I'm doing. So just take your time. So when done, duplicate the skin color. So we duplicate, and then make this one multiply. Okay, then you decrease it a little. Duplicate this one also too, and make it soft light. Okay, then you can decrease the opacity a little bit. Duplicate it again, make it linear dodge. So reduce the linear dodge a little bit, so you can see what we achieved over here. So I'll meet you in the next part, the final part, on how to insert your background, then dress, apply the highlights. Thanks for watching. On how to apply highlights to this picture. So before that, we need to go back to the original picture and then make a little smudging to the cloth, I mean the dress the lady is wearing. So we smudge. Just take your time and smudge the dress she is wearing. So now we are going to apply the highlights. Okay, so create a new layer. I've already created it. Then we go for the flow brush. Okay, then select your eyedropper to this, then pick a darker color. Okay, and drag it down, drag the colors down to make it a little bit deep. Then we give it shadows. You can see what I'm doing. Give it a little bit of shadow. see what I'm doing. Just give it where you see the dark lights, and you depict it over there. You can see. So now we give it highlights. We'll be giving it a little bit of light. So we select our color, pick out through again. We drag to pick a light color, then we increase it a little bit. Then where you see light, you can see what I'm doing. So you can see what I just did. So for the lips, we are going to color the lips also too. So create a new layer for that. Then we pick, I think we should go for a pink color, but this time it's supposed to be dark. Okay, so we select, make the blending option as multiply. Then you see what I'm doing. Reduce the brush a little. You can see what I'm doing. When you are done, reduce it a little. Then go for your soft eraser and then wipe out. Make it look as if it is blending. It has blended. You can see. Make it blend. Then when you are done, select a lighter color for this, for the down also to create a new layer for it. Then make this also to multiply, but you decrease this a little bit. Okay, decrease it. So take our soft eraser brush, then make it blend it. So you can see what we are doing. So create a new layer. Okay, then we have to give it shadows. So select your flow airbrush, then we pick this color, something very dark. Then we check the brush, reduce the brush a little. Then we give it highlight, so we increase the color a little bit. You can see what I'm doing. So you see. So thanks for having time with me, watching my tutorial. Kindly like and then subscribe to my YouTube tutorial to get my updates. So we need to give this picture a background. Okay, we need a background for this picture. So what you need to do is create a new layer and then drag that new layer, click and hold, drag it under the picture. And before that, you save. So wait for it to save. So wait for it to save. So you can get backgrounds from Pinterest. You go to Pinterest, you can get backgrounds, free backgrounds to download from that side. So whilst our new layer is created, select a background, go to this side, go to import image, then select your image, select the background you want to use. So I'll go for this. So zoom into it. Then click on mark. So you can see. Hold this and duplicate it. After duplicating this, then merge it down. Press merge to merge it so that the background doesn't reflect in the picture. So thanks for watching my tutorial.